Okay guys, so it's the following day. We found out that it's just the breaker's old. Um, so we had to switch the, here. Because I used to video in this room, when my boyfriend and I were in this room. But now it's like our guest room slash office, type deal right now until we actually move again. Like I said, it was an old breaker, and with that being said, we had to switch to an extension cord for the fridge, and the microwave started acting up again. Well, but that was after we put it on the extension cord. We've had our microwave for almost 3 years now, two or 3 years, something like that. When we moved into our apartment, which was the first place we lived in, as a couple, on our own type thing. But other than that, yeah, I gotta dry my hair, and put my coat on and get myself together before my mom gets off of work and comes to get me, because I gotta do laundry over at her house because I don't have a dryer here. I mean, if I had I have a washer, but like I said, I don't have a dryer because during the warmer months, we usually put our clothes on a line and let them dry outside. So yeah, like I said, let me get this hair done and maybe put a little bit of makeup on and then finish getting ready, and I'll come back. Okay, so my hair is maybe 25 to 30% dry. When I don't have enough time, I don't really blow dry my hair, due to the fact that I don't have any heat resistant, which is supposed to help your hair when you're like blow drying it, straightening it, or putting any kind of heat on it. Like I said, I don't have heat protectant, which is why I don't do it as often. I normally let it air dry. Like I'll take a shower in the day or in the morning and just let it dry throughout the day. Since I am home and I don't have a job yet, nor am I YouTube famous yet. But hoping that will change soon when my content changes. But now I just let it air dry the rest of the day, and then I'll just leave it as is. I do have an oil that I normally put in after my hair is fully dry to help plump and scrunch the crunch out. In this oil, it doesn't matter if I'm using my Cantu products or if I'm using the line that it comes in. I still do it when it's fully dry and I feel like I need to add it in there. I also don't have dry shampoo, which is what most curly girls use for day 2, day 3 hair. Because technically today would have been my day 3. Because like I'll have wash day, then yesterday being the day to not wash your hair, and then today I washed my head. I don't like going, especially in these winter months. I know I can go a little bit longer than maybe every other day like I do in the summer, because like I would wash my hair, let it do its thing the next day, and then wash it the following day, because I sweat a lot, which is why I take so many showers. But like I said, I don't have like a silk bonnet to put my hair in when I do take a shower, so I don't get it too messed up. I don't do I say I don't do dry shampoo. I don't get dry shampoo, and I always forget to try to get some so that I can have dry shampoo at home on the days where I don't wash it. Because if I remember correctly, dry shampoo is supposed to help get all the dirty oil build up until you wash your hair again. But like I said, I normally do the blow dryer when I'm rushing to try to get myself together because I don't have my car back. Let's see here, it broke down Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving this year was kind of hectic, so it was kind of hard to do stuff. And it's kind of hard to do stuff now until my car gets into the shop. Update on that though, because there might be a chance to where I might be selling my car and getting another SUV that's used, so if that won't break down on me for when I go to Disney, so that I can have a reliable transportation. I'm also looking for an apartment because I'm thinking about not doing the college. Like, I'm doing the college program, but I'm thinking about not doing the dorms because you save money that way because then they don't have to take out so much out of my check each week. So that's what's going to go on. But also another plan is that I also applied for Target, which is where my grandparents are, and that's another benefit of going to my grandparents today, is that there might be a high chance I go out necessary shopping again to maybe get the bonnet that a bonnet until I get something else, or a name brand. And dry shampoo, I might have to say goodbye to my Cantu stuff. Again, this normally happens every few months, is that I'll have Cantu products for so long and then I have to replace them with something else because it's either I want to fit them in, but I can't because I don't want to be that person that collects all these Curly Girl method hair supplies and still don't do everything that everybody else does. But I mean, with every curly girl out here on internet trying to find something to do with their hair, it's your hair. Like, you do what you want with it. You use the products that you think is best for your hair. You style it the way you want to, and you dry it the way you want to. There's no specific way to do your hair except for what you want to do. So that's what I figured out. But anyways, Cantu, it's either I'll keep the products or I'll just get like new bottles because I cracked the rim on one I cracked and broke the top on my gel. Which I gotta get a new one anyways because I love this gel that they have. But anyways, yeah, I shall see y'all later. Hey guys, so before I start doing dishes, thought I may come on here and pretty much explain the college program, since they are doing a new process. Well, they've been doing this process for a few years now, but this is the first time I've had to experience it since back in 2018. And pretty much tell y'all the difference between the process for the college program now versus how it was when I was there the first time. So pretty much when you get accepted, within 7 days, so about a week, You will have to pay fees, and sorry, I'm looking on my, since I do a lot of my vlogs and a lot of my YouTube videos, I do it on my phone. And right now I am using my boyfriend's phone to help tell y'all pretty much what's going on. So like I said, you got accepted. Okay. Within 7 days of acceptance, you have to pay fees, complete all the forms they give you, and select your dates of when you want to go. And I thought that was actually pretty cool of finding out the selection of dates so I could choose when I want to go instead of having to wait. Because with how we did it before, we would do an online interview like most jobs do nowadays, and do a phone interview, and they ask the basic questions like, do you have tattoos, can you do lifeguarding, stuff like that. And after, based on that phone interview, if you got accepted or not. It took me, I don't know, 3 years to finally get into Disney. And with the dates, we had to choose either Spring or Spring Advantage. Now, Spring obviously was varied on the dates depending on what they wanted to give you. And Spring Advantage, again, was still another one of those. Depends on when they wanted you to come in, depended on when they wanted you to leave. And the difference was that when in spring you did maybe January, February. You can come in between January through April and stay till August, September, October. But with Spring Advantage, you stayed until, let's say, January 14th to August 24th. With selecting your dates now, you're able to sit down and you're able to be like, I want to come from this day to this day, without having the hassle of Disney choosing it for you. Next is within 2 months prior to arrival. You get an email sent to register for houses. Must register to be invited to purchase a parking decal. Now, for my date, that would be February 24th. Since my arrival date's April 24th. With them having the Flamingo Village, from my understanding, you have a choice of either a 2-person, 2-bath, or not 2-bath, but 2-person, 2-bedroom, 4-person, 2-bedroom, or a 4-person, 4-bedroom home or apartment under Flamingo. When you get paid, they take so much out of your paycheck. And with CPs, depending on your location, depends on the hours you get and all this other stuff. I'm thinking about being off campus due to the fact that I'll be getting about $150 to $183 more into my paycheck because of the fact that they're not taking it out for living. Like, if off property you get that much money more, because you don't have to pay that certain amount a week for living in the apartments. Which it could be a good thing because I've already done the dorm life before. When I did the college program back in 2019, I was myself and 4 other people, so it was a 5-bedroom or a 5-person 2-bedroom house. And I had to get selected for random due to the fact of I didn't know anybody from when I was I didn't go into the groups, I didn't go all that. I wanted to be, apparently, from my understanding of what I did, I just wanted to go blindly into the college program. And if I had bad roommates, figure it out. The one thing I do wish I did was stay because of the fact that I love Disney so much. But, things change. And my future changed. So, after coming back, I realized I started having depression and anxiety due to the fact that I was going back home in reality, knowing I didn't have a job back home when I could have stayed longer, but I wanted to try to transfer everything. Well, yeah, I could have tried to transfer everything. Then 4 weeks prior to arrival, so most would think that it's March 24th because that's a month within leaving. But it says here on the picture March 27th. You get an invitation sent to parking decal sale. So, if you decide to stay on property, you sign the lease, do X, Y, and Z, and then you get your parking. Then within that month, you get the parking decal so that you have, and put it in your car so that you can, if you decide to drive down, to actually have it in your car so that Flamingo Village says, okay, this car belongs to us. And then it says 2 weeks prior, so about April 10th, lease will be sent but must be returned within 72 hours. So that's within 3 days. So that'll be April 13th. And then 7 to 10 days prior to arrival, which will be about April 17th, which is a few days before my birthday. You'll get your arrival itinerary sent, including your role and location. So, yeah, within a week before going in, obviously, I'll get my role, I'll get my itinerary, and I'll get my location for Disney. And it was kind of like that before, but when I was in Florida the last time, I didn't take a car. I had a 2000 Chevy Impala at the time, and I was afraid that my Impala would break down while I was down there, and I didn't want to do that. And plus, I didn't want to go down alone. Due to the fact that I was afraid I would have more than what I could handle. Now the thing is that when I was there, and came and everything, my roommates were great until the end, and then after leaving, I just lost contact like I lost contact, but I still, like, thank goodness for Facebook, because I still keep up with two of my roommates from when I did the program before. Two of them are married, and I keep up with that with another person who lives in the same area as one. I know that two of my roommates from then still live in Florida. But the one that we had a mishap on kind of blocked me on every social media. And the other, she's able to go do a lot of stuff because she works with Orlando now, or with Universal now, from my understanding. So, like I said, she's able to do a lot more. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened with my previous experience, is that everything kind of went downhill after my birthday that year. So just, trying to, I know that now, yes, I want to be a part of that dorm life again, because there might be somebody in the dorms that wants to stay off campus, or wants a roommate and wants to stay while they're extending their program, or when they're going to either full-time or part-time. But at the same time, I still want to find a place for myself and my boyfriend with our two dogs. And then if we have a roommate, great. If we don't, great. I mean, I've been looking at apartments. I've been pretty much looking at houses for sale, to figure out how much the closing costs would be, and then how much each month would be after closing it, so that we could still do X, Y, and Z. But for right now, all I know is that I'm out of a job. I thought I could do Disney. Well, not Disney. I thought I could do theater and work and put up content for y'all. But for some reason, I just couldn't get to theater, because I would have to be up there from like 8:30 in the morning till around about 2:30 at the latest, if possible. And so it was hard to find a job to stay within the air, stay within to stay within the area, so that I can work for a couple of hours and then go back to the theater at around 6 to stay there till about 10 o'clock. But I have been applying for other places like Target. I'm thinking about going to this. Well, yeah. So Target, I applied for two different positions. So one as a cashier, because I know how to do that. I used to do that a lot when I worked for Bargain Hunt here in Memphis. And then I also applied as a second position for the Starbucks in Target. While I'm working for Starbucks, for for about a month, I've realized we've talked about everything within Starbucks. So the Starbucks in Target is a third party Starbucks. It's not licensed, even though they do sell a lot of the Starbucks things. It's inside Target, so of course they have to sell Target stuff too, like the Target dog cake pop, and some other Target exclusive pastries. With that, so since I know and I'm familiar with working with coffee, taking orders, and all that stuff, that's why I put a Starbucks barista as another option to be working with for Target. I haven't applied for anywhere else since then because of the fact that it was just hard to find something. I was going through the fact that at Thanksgiving, my car broke down. My grandfather came to help me, and he got into a crash or into an accident. So I just couldn't handle going back to theater afterwards because of that. And I get it, they were concerned about rides because of the fact that I needed a ride there, and the only ride that I had was my mom, and it was hard to sit here and try to get a ride there and not have a ride to go anywhere with to get something to eat in between rehearsals or in between performances, because A, I didn't have the money, B, I didn't want to rely on anybody else to take me to theater except for family or taking myself. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. And then I am thinking about doing this coffee shop that's not close to the theater now, since I have this time open, because they're looking for people to work either 12:30 to close or 1 to close, and their closing time's like 8, so they kind of expect you to stay until 9 to help get the place situated before the morning crew comes in. But another reason why I need to do like the early morning until about 5 o'clock is because my mom works from 10 to 5 or 10 to 4, because she's my only ride right now until either my car's up and running or I sell my car and find something that is more dependable, so that I can the reason why I say that is also because of the fact that I need a dependable ride to get to Florida, because I don't want to have to sit here and pack a lot of stuff and then end up having to literally sell everything, have somebody to keep my dogs and drive them down, and my boyfriend and I get the place. So yeah, we really don't want to do that right now. But yeah, just give me a minute. Let me get the ultimate packing list that I had from when I went, so that if anybody in the future is wanting something to go by, I have it. I'll try to find it on I'll try to find it so I can put the link down in the description. So yeah, just give me a minute. Okay guys, I know this is like a different angle because my phone, hold on. I don't want y'all to fall. Okay, there. Now, pretty much this is the college program ultimate packing list. I did not find the link, but I do have one, which is pretty much a list of stuff that I might even follow myself other than having it here. I might just type it up on my computer and then go to my grandparents' house and print it out so that I do have it. But this is what I used when I did my first program. So for the bedroom, it's pretty much like 2 pillows. You pretty much make sure you have 2 pillows, bed sheets that are a twin XL for bedding, and a comforter / mattress topper, a belt, yeah, so a belt, laundry hamper, laundry detergent, and then a day bag or water resistant backpack, command hooks or strips, hangers, deodorant, cologne, wallet, glasses and case, curtains, but measure before purchasing because you don't know how big the window is, so I would advise waiting on the curtains because you don't know who you're rooming with if you're in a two bedroom 4-person apartment, because you don't know if if the roommate you're living in that room with will like the curtain or if they like curtains at all. A watch, bed risers, and a lock. Yeah, that's everything for the bedroom. The optional stuff are things like a clip-on lamp, a fan, storage containers, mattress pad, and a bed bug protector. Because there is that hint of there were other people who lived in the room that you were living in, and you don't know if they had bed bugs or not. I mean, the other things that I grabbed were like that were outside of what I brought with me were things like a hanger and a fan because I liked sleeping with a fan on, and the fact that I like listening to music. The only thing I did not do was the fact that I tried to have my music low so that my other roommates wouldn't hear it, type thing. And the good thing about mine was that we had a laundry mat type deal already like in a separate building as the apartment. So where the laundry, like where the washer and dryer would have been in my apartment was my closet. So I pretty much set it up like my closet had everything where I needed it, so that since I knew most times I would have to be at work by like 6 or something in the morning, and my other roommates were staying up till about midnight or so because they were at like a hotel like Pop Century or at Magic Kingdom working, it helped me help them so that I can get out the door and not bother anybody type thing. What else? The next things on here were electronics. So like your laptop and charger, which is what I'm going to be bringing with me because of the fact that here in the near future, if I have enough my boyfriend and I will be switching phone providers. We use Cricket, but like I said, we're switching phone providers. And it was either AT&T or AT&T or Verizon, because those are the only two you can really get better signal in the parks with. So that in case if someone had to get a hold of me, and I was in the parks filming, then yeah. Phone and phone charger, I did that. Portable battery charger. That's one thing that I did not bring with me. Even though they do provide those in the parks, they're called fuel rods, and they're like $30, and then I think it's like free if you switch out a fuel rod with if you switch out your old fuel rod with a new one. But like in Epcot, there was a breezeway type in a building for meet and greets to chill out, and that's where I normally charged everything since I was in Epcot a lot. And then I would go and do things like go home, go grocery shopping. I mean, with not having my car, I had to be more dependable on Disney transportation for the college program. But I just don't want to have to rely on Disney transportation anymore, because I've tried calling leads saying I need to be at work, but I still would like get a ride or something and no one would tell me, and my leads would get onto the other leads for not picking me up and taking me to where I needed to be. Next on here is the Canon G7X with a charger, 2 batteries, and a memory card. That's going to be on my like little wish list type thing for vlogging, because that's what I want to use. Along with like a GoPro or something like that. Along with a camera bag and a hard drive. I didn't have a hard drive, because normally what I did was that I would delete after posting my videos, I would delete them so that I had space on my computer. Headphones, and a flashlight. I need those. I don't know. I know this is something that most people would enjoy having, so that they could listen to their music while they're on the flight, or on your flight, or on transportation there. The flashlight helps if you need it when your power goes out. Not like it's going to happen, but yeah. And that's your electronics. So for bathroom, it says that you can have like 1 hand towel, 2 bath towels, washcloths. I usually use those loofahs to as a washcloth, since it's supposed to help wash your body down and everything. Hand soap, then bathroom cleaning supplies like cleaning solution, wipes, cleaning rags, toilet brush, window cleaner. Pretty much the necessities like you would need if you're moving into, like, all this is just necessities that you think you would need if you're moving into your own home. A shower caddy, so pretty much to separate your stuff from everybody who's in the apartment, or just to make your stuff look more organized. So if you do decide to vlog your day in your apartment, like start out in your apartment and then go to, like, let's say Epcot, Magic Kingdom, something like that, your stuff's organized. Toothbrush and toothbrush holder. I mean, mainly I had like whatever I didn't bring with me, other people had, so it was easier on us type stuff. Then of course razor and hairbrush, because they want to make sure you're neat. For a razor for men, I remember you had to be nicely shaved. For women, of course, that's an obvious. Make sure that your legs are shaved, or what you can do, like I do. I try to get what all I can and go with the flow. And if I miss a spot, I miss a spot, oh well. Then nail clippers, shower curtain, bath mat, toilet paper, and tissues. The only thing that was opted in this was Q-tips. With all of these, the stuff that I brought with me were hand towels, bath towels, hand soap, cleaning supplies, a razor, and a hairbrush. Because, like I said, I didn't know what all everybody was bringing with them. But, like, for the kitchen, I primarily brought a lot. Let's see here. Utensils and bowls are normally provided by housing. But I still brought extra bowls just in case. Lunchbox, ice cream scoop, mixing spoons, can opener, reusable water bottle. I brought that with me, and like I said, brought extra bowls because of the fact that they want you to have your own water bottle when you're down there, so that in case if you do need water, but you also have the choice of using the water bottle they give you. Let's see here. Baking sheets, muffin pan, coffee mugs, usually provided by housing, but it depends. Food storage containers / bags, dishwasher detergent. Now, we didn't have a dishwasher. We did, but we all washed our stuff by hand. More dish drying rack. I brought that with me because, like I said, we were all washing our stuff by hand. Oven mitts, I brought that. Paper towel holder, broom. That's all that technically isn't part of opting in on. The opted things are water filter, blender, toaster, coffee maker, and crock pot. I did bring a coffee maker because of the fact, well, it was myself and another roommate of mine last time I went, brought a coffee maker, but they liked mine better because of the fact that it did a Keurig and it did an actual coffee pot. So in case if you wanted a single cup in the morning, or if everybody was home and they wanted a cup of coffee, you can make it the pot. Then for your living room, smart TV and the remote, cable hookup, HDMI cable, and power strip. I didn't bring any of that, even though my roommate did bring a TV and she did have Netflix, so I was able to sit here and watch Netflix with her. And that's how I got hooked on this series called You. Because I would watch it every time, like almost every time I got a chance with her when she was home. Clothing. Now this is something you have to like. It's on you on what you want to bring, but you also have to be courteous. You also have to have that courtesy on, like, thinking on what you're doing, because we also were provided classes, because I went to a class about ESPN and sports, um, which is out of my nature, because I really don't watch sports unless if it's like the Memphis Grizzlies or the Memphis Tigers playing, and that's about it. But it says 8 short sleeve shirts. Hi, my love. Hi, my sweet baby. So if y'all can't tell, he's pretty much holding on to my arm. And constantly wanting me to pet him. And this is normally what happens every time I come to lay in the bed and just chill out. So yeah, I love you more than you can ever know. Alright, Nico. Gotta say goodbye to the camera. Say bye. Alright, so my phone died when trying to explain y'all about the clothes. Like I said, the clothes are pretty much what you want to do, since, I mean, it's your clothes, your personality. Y'all dress the way y'all want to, but I suggest also having some business attire to it, so that in case you go to events like a class like I did, which was to ESPN, and I'm normally not the one who goes to sports or sports educated classes. I was just interested in going just to get out of my comfort zone. Let's see here. You need 8 short sleeve shirts, 8 shorts, 2 pairs of jeans, sweatpants, 15 pairs of underwear, 8 pairs of socks, a raincoat, sweatshirt, work shoes. Now they'll tell you pretty much what your Disney look is after you get your role, so that means pretty much or once when you get your role, you can look into that. So that you know what to base your stuff on, or your shoes on, really. Day-to-day shoes, so like sandals, slippers if you want them, Crocs, because I know that everybody's into Crocs, stuff like that. Dress shoes, again, because business attire, so like flats, wedges, heels, whatever you're comfortable with wearing. Swimsuit. Now, if you plan on going swimming at like the pool, or at somewhere, one of the water parks, to the beach with your friends one day when everybody's off, you do need a swimsuit. But normally, like, I would personally wait to get my swimsuit so that I can go get it. What else? A hat, heavy jacket in case if it rains. Shoe inserts in case if your foot hurts or if you need them. Now, with the clothes, what I want to do for me personally now is that I'm going to be getting all my clothes off of Shein because they're really cheap. Like, really, really cheap. I'm planning on doing that, and whenever I do have this Shein haul, I'll show y'all what I get and tell y'all how much I bought for them. Due to the fact of, I know y'all will be interested. What else? Next is your toiletries and personal items. So like deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, body soap, sunscreen, lotion, your face wash, toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss, first aid kit, ibuprofen, cold medicine and cough drops, prescriptions, pain meds, stomach meds, vitamins, an ice pack, motion sickness meds, peroxide, and peppermint lotion. I don't know what the peppermint lotion's for. Peroxide's in case if you get any cuts and everything. Motion sickness is in case if you go on rides and you do have some form of motion sickness, you have your medicine for that. Ice pack. I do an ice pack for over my eyes because of headaches. I get really bad migraines that normally come from my eyes from straining. If not, it comes from the back of my head. And so like I said, I still do that. Excuse me, there's nothing on this list that is opted out. It's mainly everything that you need. Let's see here. I did bring my own toothbrush, toothpaste, and dental floss. I would say bring 2. So pretty much the one you're using and one to switch out the old one with, because for dental hygiene, if I remember correctly, you have to change your toothbrush every 6 months. And to help with any of these pains, either ibuprofen, Tylenol, Aleve, any allergy medicine if you need it, because of the fact that I have really bad allergies when there's 4 different, especially here in Tennessee, because we do go through 4 seasons, but yet it feels like we go through 3 because we don't get snow. It feels like we go through summer, spring, and fall, but from the fall months, like October, well, it's like technically August, September, October is all, and then November and December always, you start colder nights, but here recently we've been going through a lot of rain in December. So, we don't know. Sometimes when this happens, it's either because Mother Nature decides to be like, here, have an extended fall, or here, have snow for one night, and then it's dissolved in the morning. And we always loved rain. Like, the small town that I lived in, we always loved rain because, especially in December when it got really cold, because it means that sometimes the rain iced over or the snow iced over, and we didn't go to school the next day, which was yay on us. But anyways, yeah, so just all that stuff. I I know that when I went to Disney, I had to change. I mean, I brought my shampoo and conditioner that I loved while using in Tennessee. I brought a facial cleanser that I liked, but I had to switch back. Well, with my shampoo and conditioner, I did the Curl Talk by Not Your Mother's. And then I switched back to my original face wash and everything that I used when I was like 12, starting preteen. Because the water in Florida had so much salt, I had to rebuild the moisture in my skin and in my or in my face and in my hair. With that being said, I used Clean and Clear. Like I said, that's something that I went to here recently now, since it's been 3 years since I started the college program and 15 years since I started worrying about my face care. Now I use CeraVe, but I don't know if it'll help. I love it because of the moisture. I don't see any pimples on me unless maybe if I have one come up, and that's what happened. So I had one come up because I didn't wash my face for a couple of days. So yeah. Anyway, so back to the list. So miscellaneous. So like duct tape, Ziploc bags, Noxzema. I don't know what that is, honestly. Clothing Febreze, chapstick, magic bands, garage sale, dots and Sharpie, lanyard, quarters, and postage stamps / envelopes. With these miscellaneous duct tapes, in case if something breaks and Disney housing can't get to it right away. Ziploc bags, so pretty much if you decide to what is it? If you decide to meal portion everything, obviously if you're living with other people, you might sit here and be like, but whose is this? But who's that? You know, whose food is whose? For me, I don't have a problem with that anymore. All I'm probably going to do is, because like I use Ziploc bags to portion out my meats. What I might do is that I might put the date on it so that I know how fresh the meats are that I distribute. Quarters so that you can do your laundry. But I mean, again, most of this might have changed. They might have already put a washer and dryer unit in the apartments, so you don't have to go so far, and so that you can do your laundry easier and not having to carry it a bunch of flight of stairs, because I had to do that. Chapstick, in case your lips get chapped. Mine never got chapped while I was down there, but I do use chapstick now. I use the Vaseline brand. So it comes in regular Vaseline and the rose lip. So it's like a blue chapstick and then a red chapstick for Vaseline. A lanyard to hold your blue ID, I guess. Magic bands so that you can get into the parks. Clothing Febreze, so in case if you need, like if you wore it once and you need your clothes smelling better the next day before you wash it, you can Febreze your clothes. The garage sale dots and Sharpie we never used. The Noxzema, no one's used that. and postage stamps and envelopes, pretty much, so you can send letters to family. And then there's the space for online courses and additional last minute items that you think you need. And then there was also a paperwork to bring. So check in, make sure you have your boarding pass, schedule that was emailed to you, driver's license, and other photo IDs like a passport. Proof of insurance for your car that's in your name, insurance card if you have it, and vehicle registration and that's for check-in. Casting, make sure you have 2 proofs of documentation like your ID and your social security card. If not, for any international students, I would suggest your passport, because of the fact that you are an international student, and a social security card for your 2 proofs of ID. Schedule, and then it says schedule that was emailed to you, so pretty much when you have to show up to casting. And then proof of any prescriptions. Like, I would have to show proof that I take depression medicine, so that in case of something happens at night, not only does Disney know, but I can inform any cast members that I'm working with so that they know. For drug testing, proof of any prescription, so that if they find something, they can't say that you're doing one thing when you have proof you're taking the medication. Any forms Disney gives you for that, along with your driver's license, of photo ID. So again, bring any medications you think that will pop up on a drug test, along with forms Disney gave you. For any housing meetings, make sure you have your housing ID. Traditions, you would need your housing ID, driver's license, and a schedule that was emailed to you. So I've done all that in the past. I know that it was critical, and why it took me longer to get my blue ID and to start working was because I had something on my record that never got expunged. But I do need to go back up to Selmer for that, so that I have proof that it was expunged in case something comes up. And then proof of medication, stating that I take my depression medication and whatever other medication comes up that they're concerned about. So yeah, that is pretty much all for that. I'll link everything in the description for y'all. Especially a new packing list, because like I said, I can't find the one that I used from 3 years ago. And I might use that one instead, but who knows. Other than that, I shall see you all later.